Hello, today I would like to briefly introduce a short story by Kuniki Kida Dokpo entitled Jonan, or Trouble with Women as I have tentatively translated it in English. The story is set near the beach in Kamakura, west of Tokyo, during the Meiji period of Japan. Kuniki Kida Dokpo begins his story on a bustling street in Ginza, Tokyo, where one evening the narrator comes by a blind Japanese flute, or shakuhachi player. Something about the tempo and timbre of his playing, the ragged clothes yet refined features of this man, make the narrator wonder what sadness lies behind the player's music and his life. Later, while on vacation with his family near the beach in Kamakura, the narrator once again meets with the very same blind musician, and this time invites him to his summer house to play for him and keep him company. The mysterious musician agrees happily, making light of his misfortune and further intriguing the narrator. Seated on the veranda, the musician plays a tune or two for the narrator, who then inquires into the musician's past. What follows is a long, touching, and sad story within a story. The musician, who through the story reveals his name to be Shuzo, tells of his father leaving at a young age, and being doted upon by his loving mother who never had the heart to discipline him. Worried about his future, one day Shuzo's mother takes him to a fortune-teller, who predicts the boy will become a fine man so long as he is wary of trouble with women. Though both his mother and grandmother laugh in their relief, thinking they have nothing to worry about for some years, Shuzo tells us that even at the early age of 12, he was beginning to have trouble with women. Shuzo tells of 3 major troubles with women, each stemming from his own indecisive, indulgent, and fearful nature. An older girl treats him as a precious pet, until Shuzo angers her. After the passing of his mother, Shuzo lives in a mountain village where he is coaxed into a secret relationship with a young girl. In Tokyo, Shuzo befriends a married couple in his neighborhood and becomes entangled in their marital troubles. Shuzo's relationships all have their unique troubles, and all end badly. But he does not hold any resentment. He simply plays his music and reminisces about his beloved mother. Shuzo leaves the narrator's house and has disappeared from Kamakura by the following day, and so ends the story by Kuniki Kida Dokpo. To tell you a bit more about the author, Kuniki Kida Dokpo was born in the city of Choshi in Chiba, Japan in 1871, and he died in 1908 at the age of 36. His family moved to Tokyo when he was very young, but he grew up mostly in Iwakuni, Yamaguchi Prefecture. The effect of his rural surroundings growing up can be seen in the romantic poetry he wrote, and even in some of his fiction. Notably, Kuniki Kida Dokpo is credited as one of the inventors of Japanese naturalism, and Trouble with Women is an excellent example of his naturalist tendencies. He is a prominent Meiji-era writer, and wrote a great deal of poetry, short stories, and novels in his short life. Now, as a work of fiction, this work may appeal to a broad audience of those interested in a deeper dive into Japanese history and culture, but who don't want to be bogged down by dry academic texts. Each year, there are relatively few works of Japanese literature which are translated into English. Yet, with the number of people who flock to Japan as a tourist location and who are interested in a wide variety of genres of manga and anime, there is undoubtedly an untapped audience of readers who would enjoy a wider selection of Japanese literature available in English, or in bilingual formats which could serve as study aids to learners of Japanese. Finally, I would like to briefly introduce myself. My name is Christopher Zambrano, and I graduated from UC Berkeley's East Asian Languages and Cultures Department in 2012. After 3 years teaching English in Japan, I shifted my career to focus more on translation. Since then, I have translated for a number of bilingual guides to Tokyo and a series of guides to Kabuki. I earned my Master of Science in Translation from Babel University in 2022. Thank you again for your patience in watching this brief introduction to Kunikida Doppo's Trouble with Women.